everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. And probably like two seasons ago, I was discussing of what I was thinking of was going to happen in the device event when everything went down over here. But now, because Chapter 2 Season 3 did not have an event, this season's actually having an event, and I think Chapter 2 Season 3 did not have an event because of COVID and stuff like that, so they didn't really have time. So what they did was they just they try to update like frequently and do all that stuff. But I don't really know. I'd prefer probably an event, but it's fine because this event is hyping up to be absolutely incredible. So yeah, well, now that the intro is over and done with, I want to talk about my theory of what I think's happening for the event. So let me get started on the backstory of Galactus. The reason why he's here, throwbacks to my video before the new season came out, the reason why he's here is because him and Thor, when they're in the thing, wanted to go to find the Tesseract, and they were traveling across worlds, and then the 0 point, the power of the 0 point, drew Galactus into our world. So technically Galactus is attracted to the 0 point, and he wants to probably consume the 0 point like the monster was trying to do, and he was trying to consume the 0 point and to maybe get more powerful, and maybe to every time he enters a world to just basically get it with ease. And that was the goal of the monster, and he wanted to break into the center of the island at Loot Lake, and he failed because the mech took him out, and that was probably one of the greatest live events we've ever witnessed here on Fortnite. Probably that and the end event have probably been the best events ever, and probably the marshmallow event. They've been the three best events for me. But maybe this has the potential to top that event. So it's already been thing. The only way this can stop now is if like a meteor hits the planet Earth. But what has happened is that Fortnite put in the files, the countdown, everything, and credit to Postbox Pat because he thinks this is going to happen as well, and so do I. The event is going to be on November the 28th, and the reason why I think that is because usually the events take place on Saturday because people are off school. If they have school, and people usually don't work those days. So that's a good marketing tool by Fortnite. And as well, it's only 4 days, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 4 days before the new season starts. Everybody can get used to it and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be November the 28th the season takes place. Obviously the season has been extended to December the 2nd for reasons that for reasons to make the event as good as it can. So it's already reason why, because the device event got prolonged, postponed because of Black Lives Matter and COVID and stuff like that. And so the end of season now. But I think Chapter 2 Season 2 was a pretty good season. But enough mumbling, let me get on to my theory. So what I think is going to happen is Galactus is going to come, and he's probably going to be the size of that mountain right there. To be honest, look at him in the distance right here. Look at him in the distance. Look how big he looks. That's going to be my thumbnail, but look how big he looks. And that's in the distance. He looks huge. He looks the size of that mountain there, the highest point on the map, I'm pretty sure. And he's legit probably about, I don't know, about 100,000 meters away from us. Maybe even more, probably 200k, I don't know. But once he arrives on the map, he's going to be the size of that, usually, probably. And here's my theory. So another thing that's been happening at Stark Industries, I'm going to get onto it in a bit. Let's go up here, because the battle bus. The battle bus has been slowly changing every single day. And I don't know if any of you have actually realised, the battle bus is travelling faster across the map than it usually would. Now, some people probably don't notice it, but it actually is. Someone on YouTube, I don't know who I'm going to credit this to, but I forgot. But technically, what they did was they tested the battle bus at the start of the season to now at the beginning of the season, and it was I'm pretty sure 2.5 seconds slower than what it is now. So this battle bus is inevitably quicker, and look what has happened to it. it's got all these Tony Stark pieces onto it. Look at the wheels. The wheels have changed. The bonnet hasn't changed yet. Wheels, the side bits have changed. There's no more lights inside going onto it. Look, the gas that fuels it have changed. You can't go any higher. The gas fuel it changed. There's like a gun on top of it. So the battle bus is travelling quicker, and it's travelling quicker, and it's sort of like it's as if like Tony Stark is trying to help us, and that's why he summoned his Stark Industries place to try and help us. And let me go over to the Stark Industries and show you more proof of why this is evident, and probably is my theory is correct. Look at this here. This is almost the exact same design as the thing. It's just not finished yet. We've got the green thing over here. We haven't got the bonnet fixed yet. There's still the wheels to be done. The underneath hasn't been taken away yet. But look, and then look, he's deformed this battle bus. He's taken the air thing away from it. He's taken, I'm pretty sure the wheels are still on it, so you can see the differences. He's cleaned it up. The battle buses are different, so he's collecting battle buses. We go inside of him. Here he is. He's making his second battle bus. This one hasn't had its bonnet yet added to it, but it's got the windpipe thing, so it's getting its bonnet added. And so is this one. This one's probably almost as complete as this one. I'm pretty sure this one's more complete. But they're making battle buses. And this could either be two things. And I'm sitting on the fence here with this. This could either be a robot to fight Galactus, but that'd be a very stupid idea. But Tony Stark in the films has been known to second guess nearly everything, or he could be using this for us to get an escape route of the map. So either this could do both theories in one, or do one or the other, because I think one of them is right either way. I just don't know, because I think that he's going to use these battle buses and he's going to create the monster. And the reason why that is, in the films, it's quite evident that he second guesses everything. And he's obviously going to second guess this. But Tony Stark has made some really stupid decisions that have actually worked out in his favour by effectively killing himself in Endgame to save all of his friends. In the first Iron Man movie, the Stark ones, he essentially gives it to somebody that gives the Stark One thing to somebody that he doesn't fully trust, and then what do you know, he turns on him, but Tony Stark still wins. Second Iron Man movie, his girlfriend comes back, and then his ex-girlfriend comes back and tries to betray him again, and he wins because he makes a new Iron Man suit thing, and then the Marvel people, the Avengers, come to him and say, would you like to join the Avengers? He declines, but then he second guesses it and then joins them. So I think he's going to create the robot, but if the plan backfires, he's going to turn this robot into one giant battle bus to get us back onto the thing. Get us back, everybody onto the battle bus and take us somewhere. And what else was I going to say? So, if you want my rundown, I think we're going to lose to Galactus. And I think we're going to lose. And just because we've been lucky 2 times in a row, and I just don't know if I'm going to make a video probably 2 days before the event happens, and when the countdown becomes available on the 7 days before the live event, I'm going to make a video on them about the live event every time with my updated predictions and stuff like that, because the map's going to be changed and new stuff is going to be added. I think we're going to, for now, for my first video, I think we're going to lose. And the only reason why I think we're going to lose is because Galactus, he's the devourer of worlds. Right now, everybody in the Avengers that have been summoned by the Frostbite have been brought to this map, and their memory is damaged. Their memory is decaying or decayed. We saw Thor, when he was in the comics, we saw Thor, and he was just like, almost as if depleted, and he was just, as if he was just like, he dropped his hammer and kaboom, it went on the floor. And then when we had the thing near Salty, I don't know if that's, yeah, we had the thing near Salty, we had that, and then the Frostbites got summoned because then he remembered, and then all the Frostbites got summoned, and everybody else had their memory sort of twisted or sort of thing, and the only person that didn't was Iron Man, which that's why he's got his own place here, and he's making all the battle bosses, and so his memory is fine. But if we lose to Galactus, our heroes' memories are going to be, well, either destroyed, some are dead. But the thing is that makes me think that now if you go to like Marvel stuff, the Marvel store, Fortnite is now considered a Marvel game. So Fortnite is now considered a Marvel game, and so that means Marvel are obviously going to continue doing collaborations with Fortnite if it's considered a Marvel game. The whole season's based around Marvel. And another thing that I want to talk about is this Avengers coin jet. I think this is going to land when the timer comes. So I think it's going to land a day after the timer comes, because I think the heroes are going to find out. They've already addressed that there's now a massive exclamation mark on the map of the island, and that means Galactus. And obviously, when this happened, Galactus was where he is now, but he's become way more visible, and you can almost see him fully without his bottom of his feet. But you can almost see him fully, and he's charging towards the map. I don't know if we can get to this. Can we get to it? Let's have a look. Can we get? I think we can we? Wait, can we get? We can't go any further, but I'm gonna zoom in and see if it loads. Is it gonna load? I don't think so. It was like, oh yeah, another thing to note, there's another Stark battle bus up there. I know it's very disjointed. I'm gonna zoom in even more so you guys can see him. But it's very disjointed, but there's one up there, and that's why I think the Quinjet is gonna land, and that's why loads of other people think the Quinjet is gonna land. So then the Quinjet is gonna land, and whoa, what is that? I mean, the Quinjet's gonna land, and yeah. But yeah, so I think that we're going to lose to Galactus, and what this technically means is that the only Donald Mustard, the director of the storyline at Epic Games or Fortnite, he said in an interview that the only reason why they didn't keep the old map was because the old map wasn't compatible with the things they wanted to do. So they wanted to do swimming, and they wanted to do fishing, and they wanted to do like what they wanted to do now, but it wasn't compatible with the old map. So we can go back to the old map, but not with the newer updates and things like that. So we could have the old map, but no new updates, like new item shop and stuff like that. And we could choose between like every day. But I don't think Fortnite would do that. But we can have the old map and we can see it for like 2 minutes, and they said that's fine. And but we cannot like play in it, if you know what I mean. We cannot like do a match of battle royale and play each other, if you know what I mean, in the old map, and it's just not compatible with the stuff that they've done in Chapter 2 Season 1, Chapter 2 Season 2, and let alone all of this stuff they've done in Chapter 2 Season 3 and Chapter 2 Season 4. It just will not work in the old map, and that's why they knew this, and they tried to do this, so they made their storyline revolve around that. And what they said was the 0 point technically flipped the whole map inside out, and now the map is completely different. So the map was just changed, if you know what I mean. So we still have Pleasant Park, we still have Salty, we still have Retail, and we still have Salty, Pleasant, and Retail are the only things that lived, and everything else you could see. Frenzy Farm, Field to Fields changed into Frenzy Farm. It's technically the same thing. Sweaty Sands was just realisticalized and just into Sweaty Sands. And what else? Dirty Lazy Lake was Tilted Towers, but just made into Lazy Lake. And Misty Meadows was really just like Holly Hedges, no, not Holly Hedges, Happy Hamlet, but made into Misty Meadows. And Holly Hedges was merely just like, oh god, merely just like, oh, what was that location? Not Sunny Steps, something else, I forgot. Yeah, so it just feels like we've been on this map for ages now, and we just want to call everything what it is now, if you know what I mean. I do have this tad theory about the Sentinels, but I don't think if there's more evidence that comes out on that, this is going to be a thing. Iron Man might activate the Sentinels, and the only reason why I think that, not Iron Man, but just like the X-Men, they might activate the Sentinels, and the reason why I don't fight that is that there's no way that a single battle bus robotic army thing can take on Galactus. There is just no way, and if this doesn't happen, I'm 100% convinced we're going to lose. So if we activate the Sentinels, I think we do have a fighting chance, but right now I'm sitting on the edge. I don't know if we're going to defeat Galactus. I do not know, but I am right now, if he doesn't activate the Sentinels, I'm not convinced that we're going to beat Galactus. I'm just not convinced. Unless we get lucky for a third time in a row. But I'm saying, if we come down any closer to this ever again, then we will not live. And that is what I have to say. I'm going to update when the new theory, when the timer comes out, and 2 days before the live event. And I'll see you guys in another Fortnite video. Peace out.